rough night in the MSNBC studios when the day of reckoning finally arrived and the bombshell Mueller report turned out to be a complete dud. Ever since President Trump's upset victory over the reportedly invincible Hillary Clinton, the partisan hacks at the network wove a web of dishonest and sinister conspiracy theories that the only reason why the election swung the way that it did was because of Russian interference. Exclusive Trump 2020 coin, yours for every single night. Vengeful liberals and Hillary dead-enders tuned into such propagandistic hogwash as the Rachel Maddow show, where the Baghdad Bob of American cable television promised them that it was inevitable that St. Bob Mueller would produce the silver bullet that would do what Dems, the media, celebs, and GOP turncoats never could do by putting an end to Trump and reversing the election. Nationwide poll, do you stand with Judge Jeanine? Then, like a sucker punch to the solar plexus, Mueller's report was released late Friday afternoon when news stories that are inconvenient to the government are typically reported due to the lack of attention that they receive, and while Americans are distracted with their weekend plans. Poll, should crooked Hillary be tossed in jail? Following weeks of chatter as those who clearly had an inside scoop sought to manage expectations downward, the news came that there would be no further indictments. It was a crushing blow to those who were expecting to see the president and his family all fingered for conspiring with a foreign adversary and subjected to the obligatory show trials. Only it didn't go down that way. Maddow appeared to get emotional while reporting on the Mueller probe wrapping sans any new convictions. #Thoughts and Prayers pic.twitter.com/2hct5ugh, Tom Elliott, at Tom's Elliott March 23, 2019. Pity poor Rachel, who choked back tears and was barely able to get through her show without a complete mental breakdown, but her unhinged colleague Chris Matthews, a man with a notoriously short fuse, completely blew his stack. Matthews was smoking hot. How can the president be pointed to as leading collusion with Russia, aiding a Russian conspiracy to interfere with our elections, if none of his henchmen, none of his children, none of his associates have been indicted? If none of them were indicted, how can he be blamed? Why was there never an interrogation of this president? We were told for weeks by experts you cannot deal with an obstruction of justice charge or investigation without getting to motive. You don't get to motive until you hear from the person himself who's being targeted. How can they let Trump off the hook? So far tonight, we have no reason to believe Trump is going to be charged by rhetoric in the document itself. In the Mueller report, he will not be charged with obstruction or of collusion, without ever having to sit down with the special counsel and answer his damn questions. How can that happen? Holy cow, was the spittle flying? Claim you're free, make America great again hat while supplies last. It's hard to fault the loose cannon Matthews for his latest meltdown. He, along with the rest of the clowns at MSDNC, staked their reputations on this gargantuan fraud and now are left looking like the fools that they have always been. Matthews won't be the only one who will repurpose his show to trashing Mueller and the legitimacy of the report. Look for a renewed focus on even more wacko conspiracy theories after the dust has settled and the bad hangovers have worn off. RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel summed up MSNBC's night of misery perfectly. I haven't seen MSNBC this upset since election night 2016. pic.twitter.com/forwardworks4, Ronna McDaniel, at GOP Chairwoman March 23, 2019. Needless to say that unlike hearing Barack Obama speak, this news didn't send a thrill up Matthews' leg.